probably use more juice.
Juice.
Yeah, it's better. I could probably use more.
Juice.
Hello, puppy. Hello. It's okay. I was just being really obnoxious like you.
Death penalty.
No, we have to grill the wiener.
All right, Eden, please stop. I swear, you're going to kill yourself.
I shut you off. We're not friends anymore.
Eden! Eden! Off!
She nosed me.
Why buy a comic that might cost more than a dime? Come meet the brothers who are here to waste your time.
Welcome back to Dime Comic Bros podcast. The show where we talk about comics.
Yes.
And we shit on Colin only on the weeks that he's not here. Because the weeks that he is here, we just insult him to his face. It's different.
Yeah.
We use different slurs when he's here and when he's not here.
I agree. We got a lot of news to cover.
Yeah, we
San
do.
Diego Comic-Con happened.
It's 10 pages. Big oof. I used so many bullet points to just be like, I don't know, here's the title and Spencer can go off about it if he wants.
Me, known for my encyclopedic knowledge of random bullshit. From DC.com, all the DC news you missed at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. Jacob added, the bullet is back.
No, that was part of the article. It was the first thing in the article.
That makes no sense.
The DC bullet is back.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh my gosh. The DC logo that
okay,
looks
yeah. Sorry,
the end
I'm
of
dumb.
a bullet.
I'm dumb.
Okay.
Yeah, DC's going back to an old logo.
Yep.
Yay. It looks cool. I like that one. That's a classic. Animation. We got the first trailer for Creature Commandos, Harley Quinn Season 5, My Adventures with Superman Season 3, and the final trailer for Batman Caped Crusader.
Which came out this week.
Yes.
Yep.
And Colin has already watched twice.
Like, actually?
Yes.
He's up.
I don't even like it that much. I'm gonna watch it 8 times. Creature Commandos actually looks really good. I was very impressed. I like the style they're going for. It looks surprisingly high budget. I don't know. I was expecting it to be a little less invested in. I don't know. It's weird that they're starting a universe out the gate with like, let's do a weird animated movie, but
it's very much
series.
like Doom Patrol. It's got that weird, quirky. If you know them, then you'll like this. If you don't know them, you might like it.
Yeah.
But it definitely looks like something I will enjoy.
Yeah. Unsurprising, Harley Quinn got renewed for another season. Duh. My Adventures with Superman Season 3 got a bunch of cool promotional art for some new characters we're going to get to see, or new old characters. I've been following the second season as it's come out. I'm ahead of Colin for once, and I've been greatly enjoying that. So,
What is Creature Commandos coming on?
Max.
Is it?
E.
Wow.
Yeah, another trailer for Batman Caped Crusader. Wow, shiny. I only got through the pilot episode, so I have no real thoughts yet.
I haven't started it yet, but I plan to binge it this week.
Nice.
Haha.
Other television, we got the full trailer for The Penguin, which is coming out in a couple of weeks, and then the trailer for the final season of Superman and Lois, as well as some promotional stills. Doomsday go.
It actually showed you a picture of showed a picture of you crying.
True, they're actually like just doing the death of Superman. Cool,
Oh,
nice. I like this show. I like this show. It's
I know you do.
solid. It's like actually good. It's not amazing, but like neat. Comics. We got Justice League Unlimited, not a sequel to Justice League Unlimited, the show. It's just the new name for the main Justice League run.
You don't have to expand on most of these because the next couple of articles talk about it.
Of course. By Mark Waid and Dan Mora. The New Gods by Ram V and Evan Cagle. Justice Society by Jeff Lemire and Diego...
Oh Lord Tegui.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolute Flash by Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles. And DC Horror Presents Creature Commandos by Jim Lee and Jesus Harvas. Yeah. Mark Waid and Dan Mora on Justice League is like kind of goated with the sauce, though. That shit looks gnarly good. I'm probably going to get the New Gods as it comes out. I'm very much so looking forward to that.
I mean, it's a Ram V book, so you can't go wrong.
That's very true.
From comicbook.com, DC's Absolute Universe reveals new details.
Oh, she spoke.
Eden. Do you want to be held? Oh my gosh. You're such a prissy bitch.
Takes after Dad.
True.
Straight from San Diego Comic-Con and DC's Absolute Power panel, DC Comics has revealed brand new details about their upcoming Absolute Universe featuring all new versions of their classic characters. Previously announced as kicking off in October, DC's Absolute Universe will begin with Absolute Batman by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta, Absolute Superman by Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval, and Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman. Writer Scott Snyder and artist Nick Dragotta were on hand to break down the new Absolute Batman, revealing their nickname for him, the Batman Who Lifts. This new take on Bruce Wayne will be a young man in his 20s who clocks in at 6 foot tall, 7 feet tall when in the bat suit. That means he's got a foot of ears, and I'm very happy about that detail. And weighs 250 pounds. He's a biggin'. This version of Bruce will also work as a city engineer construction worker who will have a French bulldog with bat ears. Snyder noted that he was afraid to return to Batman after his celebrated run on the character, but noted this is a top-to-bottom reinvention.
Bro is wide as hell.
Excuse the sounds of Spencer wrestling with his wiener. He fights his wiener often.
She is a demon. And you wonder why I've been rewatching the Conjuring movies lately. This is why. It's very, very similar, you know? I randomly wake up with scars, I hear things slam in the house, lots of screaming, eyes in the dark, you know.
Your wiener is very busy. As much as Absolute Batman appears to be a major shift from the classic version, DC's Absolute Wonder Woman appears to push things even further. Unlike her main DCU counterpart that came of age on Themyscira, Absolute Wonder Woman was raised in the underworld, and you can see it not only in her armor, but the fact that she rides on a black skeletal Pegasus.
Pegasus-y.
Any thoughts?
It looks really good. I'm very excited for that one.
Opening up about the project, Jason Aaron revealed that while he wasn't interested in writing another ongoing title, learning about the opportunity that Absolute Superman presented was too much to ignore. The writer teased that his take is trying to imagine Superman as if he was being created for the first time in modern day, and that the only other detail he could confirm is that Krypton would explode. Despite the major differences, Aaron reiterated that their intention with his new Absolute versions isn't trying to veer too far away from who they are at their core. Finally, the DC panel concluded with the revelation of the fourth ongoing series in DC's Absolute Universe, Absolute Flash by Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles. No further details, blah, blah, blah. It comes up later. I'm pretty sure.
Yes. I think Wonder Woman's the one that got my attention. Batman is the most like, haha, what the fuck is that? But, I mean, I'm
not interested in this very much at all. The
Really?
Wonder Woman looks the best, but I don't like the Batman design, and the Superman design is fine.
Strange. I am interested in this next one, though,
Yep.
from the Absolute Universe. From comicbook.com, Absolute Green Lantern from Al Ewing, Daddy, and Janoy Lindsay, announced by DC. While details on the new series are scarce, DC did reveal a few intriguing details, including that the series will feature a First Contact-style story that impacts several well-known Lanterns. Names mentioned in that mix were Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, and Sojourner Mulligan, I think. I don't even know who that character is.
Okay, good.
And it also mentioned that this will be a complete reimagining of the property. While there will obviously be things we all recognize, the sky is the limit for what a Green Lantern concept can actually be in this version. If the early artwork is anything to go by, fans are in for a treat. And the art looked shiny.
Quite.
I like Al Ewing a lot.
Yeah,
and I
this
like
is
Green
the one I'm
Lanterns.
most excited for.
It certainly is a weird lineup. Like, it makes sense that they're going with the high-profile characters, obviously, if you're going to do a whole new universe from scratch, but, like, they're kind of all actually out there. Like, even if I don't like them, I'm going to give them props for being weird. Like, if you're going to do this whole new initiative, make it worth something,
Right.
I guess. You
Don't
know,
just do it half-hearted.
Yeah, make it epic.
From comicbook.com, new Justice League series announced from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. During the panel, DC revealed a first look at Justice League Unlimited, featuring Mora's gorgeous artwork, and a look at the first version of the team. I say first because during the panel, Waid was asked about what heroes we'd be seeing, and he said all of them with one exception. That one exception was Jonah Hex, but other than that, all heroes are fair game, much like the Justice League unlimited animated series that share the same title.
0 out of 10. No Jonah Hex. I'm not buying.
True story. As for the first issue's lineup, it's pretty stacked and also features some welcome surprises. As you might expect, the Trinity is fully represented with Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman all accounted for, and Justice League staple The Flash is also part of the group once again. The other roster spots are quite intriguing though, especially the 2 wild cards in Star Sapphire and Captain Atom, who bring unique power sets and new character dynamics to the group. Then there's Black Lightning and the Atom to round out the immensely powerful group. Justice League Unlimited #1 will hit comic stores on November 27th. This will do the same thing to me that X-Men 97 did. It just make me watch the old shit.
Black Adam's going to be on the team. The hierarchy of the DCEU is about to change. Dan Mora on art, though, is like goated, so at least it'll be shiny.
Yep.
From comicbook.com, The New Gods by Ram V coming from DC in December. DC is returning to the Fourth World by the end of the year. Ram V, one of the hottest names in comics, you know that's right, is penning a fresh series featuring the New Gods, with Evan Cagle making his DC debut on interior art. Announced Saturday during San Diego Comic-Con, the series is part of DC's newly announced All-In initiative set to debut later this year. The lineup includes Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, Highfather, crap. It's like the main ones,
yeah.
But the interior art looks really good. I don't think I've ever seen anything by Cagle, but I like Ram V and I like the Fourth World. So
I don't know anything about the New Gods.
Kirby go pretty much.
Interesting. That happened a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's how the Eternals happened.
Yes, Eternals are something else, but also no, they're really not. I love it when Kirby ripped off his own shit.
From comicbook.com, DC announces new JSA series from Jeff Lemire. In addition to Absolute Flash, I'm also writing my all-time favorite superheroes, the Justice Society of America, Lemire teased in his email newsletter shortly after the news surfaced. He went on to reveal he's drawing connecting variants for Justice Society of America 1 and 2, and the picture is included in the news script that you can find in our Substack by signing up for free at substack.com.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Old people. I really got to get into JSA stuff.
I don't know anything about it.
Damn. We gotta get you in like history class.
I don't know. The old comics just hurt my eyes because they're so bright and colorful. It's cool shit. It just hurts my eyes. It's like bright mode for comics.
That's true. That's why you gotta find the ones printed on the yellow paper. That's what they were designed for.
Good luck with that,
True,
bucko.
Eden.
She wants to be part of the show.
From comicbook.com, Dark Horse's Minor Threats getting Netflix series. Minor Threats is leaping to the television screen. Tuesday, it was reported the hit Dark Horse comic series has landed at Netflix, and better yet, it's going to be written by the same writers of the comic series. The Hollywood Reporter reports the Minor Threats room will be showrun by both Patton Oswalt and Jordan Blum, frequent collaborators and the writers of the main Minor Threats series. Scott Hepburn, the artist on the original series, is also attached as an executive producer. Dark Horse's Mike Richardson and Keith Goldberg are also producing. The trade paperback for the second volume of the series, Minor Threats, The Fastest Way Down, is due out in November. The only reason I noticed this was because Patton Oswalt.
Interesting.
I like Patton Oswalt. I think I heard about this series a while ago, and I never looked into checking it out, but dang, they're making a TV show, that'll make me buy the comics. That's like the whole strategy. So,
yep.
It's working on me.
From Marvel.com, Captain America: Brave New World got a new trailer.
I don't want to like this movie because of some company politics, let's say, I'm not a big fan of.
I don't know of this. I'm happy under my rock.
It's a long story.
This is my rock and I live under it.
But it looks pretty good.
It looks really good.
I am genuinely nervous about like the politics of the show being all wonky, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm not just saying it to be me, but like the internal politics of that show are very confused, and that's part of why it didn't work.
Right.
So I'm still nervous about that, to, I guess, boil it down. But it looks visually pretty dang solid. Harrison Ford is just getting a paycheck, and I can't blame him. Whatever. But he
came out and said, no, it was important to the character that I don't actually give a fuck about this. Which I guess is kind of true. because he's the president and he's saying, I want a super weapon for my army. So it works.
Yeah, the visuals actually look pretty impressive in terms of the stuff that's like set on a set in the White House and stuff. I'm pretty impressed with the lighting that's going on. Sam is literally me, bro. So shiny.
I'm confused. There's a shot near the end where there's like that small Star Trek duck boat equivalent ship, right? The real tiny one with the wings.
Uh-huh.
And then Falcon Captain America is flying after it, and they're doing dogfights and barrel rolls in the sky. But there's like one very short shot where it looks like there's two Falcon Captain Americas.
So it's Captain America is getting his own Falcon. The guy that he was with in the beginning of the show is now Falcon.
Oh, interesting.
So
I did not know this.
new sidekick.
I'm not so sure that it's actually Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk, his character.
Really?
I think they're gonna change it.
Why?
I don't know, because they don't show his face, and it's very sus.
That's probably just because the face looks like shit.
Probably. But I don't know. It's kind of sus. It's kind of weird. I'm wondering if maybe they're gonna change it just because.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
The one
There's
thing
no way in the heckin' that Harrison Ford did the motion capture
he
for
said
that.
he did. He literally said, "I got paid to put on pajamas and act stupid." So
Weird.
They put a lot of money on his plate, man.
That's gonna be like in Crystal Skull when he's trying to run after the truck. It's gonna look so slow and old manish.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they only did it for the face and they had somebody else do the body. I don't know.
That makes sense.
The only thing that with this that is actually like moderately bothersome to my sensibilities is the fact that we're getting so many non-Captain America based villains. Not because that inherently is a problem, but this more just sounds like it should be an Avengers movie, to be honest. Like, you could make it a small Avengers movie, but like, I kind of wish that if we were going to just do, if Sam was going to be Cap now and he's getting his own movies, why is this kind of like a bunch of Hulk stuff? Not because I think that makes for a bad movie plot or anything, like the leader coming back has me excited and all that fun stuff, but like, it's just weird. Like, I feel like there's more material to pull from, or this should just be like, even kind of like Civil War was barely even a Captain America movie. Like, yeah. It's like, you should, like, it's not even anything wrong with the movie. I think the marketing is wrong. They need to name it differently.
I think it looks more in line with Captain America 2. It's hopefully it holds up to the discussion of like Captain America not being the nation's weapon.
Pretty confident that one's.
That's all good stuff, but hopefully they don't just be like, just say the line and not do anything with it, which is kind of the Marvel play.
True. Marvel and shallow politics, anyone? From Marvel.com, new Laura Kinney Wolverine comic series announced. The new series will see Wolverine enter the darkest corners of the Marvel Universe, places that neither the X-Men nor her friends in New York City would dare go, to defend mutants who can't defend themselves. Her violent methods and unstoppable determination make her for a one-mutant army, striking fear into those that take advantage of her kind. But as her reputation grows and more mutants in need turn to her, she may just find herself a target. Written by Erica Schultz with art by Giadata Belvizio. I'm sorry.
You need me to come read another name.
Hey man, I can do Middle Eastern names. I can't do Latin names. It's a problem.
Latin's a dead language, my guy.
You know what I mean.
Which one?
Yes.
Art by Giada Belviso and cover by Elena Casagrande. From Marvel.com. Marvel announces new Psylocke solo comic series. Psylocke will tie into the character's current status quo established in Jed MacKay. Established in Jed.
I'm gonna have a fucking
Established in Jed MacKay and Ryan Stegman's X-Men #1, where she, I finally got to say the name, where she lends her deadly expertise to Cyclops' team of X-Men operating out of Alaska. However, there are missions that aren't suitable for the X-Men and require Psylocke to embrace the teachings of her dark past. After taking on the mantle of Psylocke, Quanon or Quainan, becomes one of Krakoa's breakout stars in titles like Hellions and Uncanny Avengers. Now the telepathic and telekinetic ninja goes solo. Her upcoming adventures feature appearances by her lover Grey Crow, shed light on her brutal upbringing with the Hand, and introduce a twisted supervillain called the Taxonomist.
I love taxes.
Spooky season is upon us. And by spooky season, I mean taxes season.
True.
Psylocke #1 is written by Alyssa Wong and with art by Vincenzo Caratu and a cover by Mahmoud Asrar. It is on sale November 13th.
So I have been getting kind of familiarized with this character, who I only know because she's the psychic ninja with the purple boobs, frankly. Really complicated character history, holy shit. I've been reading Excalibur during the Krakoan era, and I'm then trying to do additional Wikipediaing because it's a weird thing. There's like multiple people in the same body. No, I mean like lifelong of the character. Like there's multiple people in the same body, or one person, multiple bodies. It's weird. Ninja, though.
She's licking the electrical cord coming out of your wall.
That one's dead. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay, good.
I think they're kind of blowing this out of the water in the bad way. I was originally a little hesitant to push back when you were like, they went from doing the one thing that they were doing to now they have 1 billion titles again. And at first I was like, okay, like 4 or 5 titles and then a couple of solo books is fine. They're at like 12 books again.
Yep.
This is nuts. They all look solid at least, but especially the team books look really good, but like there's like 5 or 6 teams and like 10 solo characters right now, and they're all starting like in this quarter. That's way too much shit.
So what you're saying is I might be right?
Yeah, probably.
Holy shit.
Less about like leaving Krakoa necessarily being bad, but more about like Marvel editorial to kind of...
So much going on.
Yeah, Marvel editorial needs to chill the fuck out and stop greenlighting so many damn books. Because there was no way in hell I was gonna follow this. Like when it was just a couple of books, I thought about it. I really did.
Yeah.
I'm not following between 4 to 12 books.
Nope.
It's not happening. I will definitely check them out later, but I will not keep these being, going with my hard-earned $5 a piece. Not happening. From Marvel.com, coming to Marvel Comics in 2025, One World Under Doom. Jacob only included a very small quote. Something about Blood Hunt #5. Dr. Doom's getting a solo run.
The article sucked. It was like, Blood Hunt #5 is going to blow your fucking minds, and this comes out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, great, thanks.
Yeah, there's going to be a Doom solo run, but there's no creative team announced yet, so... Cool. Well, let me know. The Doom one-shot that got released a couple of months ago was friggin' great, so that was cool. But, yeah, I think they just announced this way too early.
Yep.
Especially because Blood Hunt's not even over yet.
Right.
There's 2 more issues and then some more tie-ins. And
remember last news when I was all pissed off because they had spoilers for Blood Hunt #4, and you were like, this is the last issue.
I hate you.
She said she hates you too.
Let's just stare at each other for a minute and see how long it takes her to shut the fuck up. Sometimes she learns.
She also says she's mad that you drink Coors Light because she likes Bud Light better.
Stop bullying me!
She also says she's incensed by the way you do doggy style. It's offensive to her culture.
My daughter knows nothing about having sex, thank you. She is a baby. She's like 10 months old. Literal child.
She says you have the wrong form for it. She also says she loves her mother more than you.
Oh, I already knew that.
From Marvel.com, Ultimate Universe 1 year in sets the stage for year 2. Among the series announced was Ultimate Universe: 1 year in #1, a special one-shot finale to the first year of Marvel's hit new Ultimate line. It's been 1 year since the Maker was locked away and the Ultimate Universe was left in the hands of his villainous council, and in that time, heroes around the world have risen up determined to fix this broken world. Now, with 1 year left until their leaders return, the Makers Council launches a bold plan to wipe out these heroes. This oversized one-shot sets the stage for the second year of the Ultimate line and includes the debut of the Ultimate versions of 2 major Marvel characters. Ultimate Universe: 1 year. In number 1 is written by Dennis Camp with art to be announced, and the cover by Stefano Caselli. It is on sale December 11th.
I will be buying. Because I'm buying Ultimates.
I was going to say, I really hope this is just included in my pull list because I have every Ultimate except for Spider-Man on my pull list. So
I've been very impressed with Dennis Camp's writing so far in Ultimates.
Yes.
I thought he was a lot lower profile initially just because I hadn't heard of him, because I'm like that, but apparently he's been around the block for a while, and his writing on Ultimates has been fantastic.
Very good.
So, makes sense.
I am dumbstruck at how good this Ultimate series has been. All of it. Like,
it's consistent across the board.
Each one is very, very good.
I think they might do this for 3 years. I think they'll tap out at 3. That seems like a reasonable number. Which means they'll do 5, but I hope it's 3.
Honestly, the weakest one, I think, is actually X-Men.
Really?
Yeah. Just because it's got, like, that typical anime vibe to it, I guess, of, like, this is all kids going to school, and going to school is hard. It's hard to have the life of a kid, but these little shits have superpowers, too. And also it has, like, the metaphorical sense that Demon Wars has of, like, wait, that guy's got feathers coming out of his ears. Is that Hawkman? Hawkeye? Whatever. It's cool. It's just hard to translate.
Yeah, fair. Ugh, my least favorite announcement of this whole lineup.
Mm-hmm. That's why I gave it to you.
Yeah, of course you did. From Marvel.com, Marvel announces an all-new TVA Comics series.
Wait a minute. This isn't your least favorite announcement.
No, it is. It is. Trust me.
Intriguing.
This December, behold the adventures of the agency tasked with upholding the time stream in TVA. The mysterious all-knowing entity who keeps the TVA ticking like clockwork will recruit a new band of heroes charged with monitoring and regulating all realities and timelines. Join Ghost Spider and other universe-displaced entities, including Captain Carter, a heartbroken Remy LeBeau. And shoot my daddy dig like that. That's a secret meme that you'll understand next week. And more, as they've been sent through the multiverse on vital missions to repair wild temporal anomalies and keep reality itself from shattering. It's going to be 5 issues. It's written by Catherine Blair with art by Pierre Perez.
Cover by Pepe Larraz. Comes out 12/18.
Comic MCU synchronicity, suck my dick.
Wow.
This is actually like 1 for 1. Let's just do what they're doing in the thing.
Just cash in on the show.
Maybe it won't be that. And also, there's a team that does this. They're called the Exiles. They've existed for a very long time. This is completely unnecessary. Do stinky. Maybe it'll be written well. I don't doubt that it won't. It'll have something going for it. But like this is. But what if we just aped what they did in the TV show? Ooh.
But it has Captain Carter.
Which I swear I'm the only person who actually likes. Everyone seems to be claiming it's like an astroturfed character because nobody fucking likes her except me, I guess. But like, this is stupid.
Wait a minute. Isn't that Loki's girlfriend from season 1 next to Spider-Gwen?
Yeah. Did you hear what I said?
I have read it. She's not mentioned.
She's on the cover, which is good enough for me to claim it's stinky.
Yes.
I don't like this.
From Marvel.com, we got a trailer for Agatha All Along. I like.
The trailer looked fine.
It looks quite spoopy.
It does. I'm kind of over this because they've been talking about it for so fucking long, and like this has all been a spin-off meme from the first Disney Plus show that happened 3 years ago now, and this has been in production hell for so long. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine. I
hope it's good.
Yeah, obviously, I want it to be good. It's just like my hype level went from like, oh yay, magic, to like, holy shit, how long does this one show take? And then who asked for this? Like, actually, like, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We want more
something that
Olsen, not Catherine Hahn.
I mean, I like Kevin.
I know you do, but
yeah, I just...
we don't really care about Agatha. We care about... Oh, something I am excited for is that they're doing The Witch's Road. That's very, very important in the comics.
Yeah, there's stuff in it that looks good. Like, it does look visually solid, at least. It's just, like... I mean, even with, like, the whole they renamed it 50 times just to make the joke of, like, haha, the show's name was Agatha. Like, this is a dead meme.
Mm-hmm.
And that just... It just feels like they were trying to cash in on something that's way past its due date. Able to be good. I like magic, but just...
This next one is the one I thought that you hated
This
the
is
most.
Actually... Never mind, this is my least favorite.
That was right all
Okay,
along.
I forgot about this, actually, because I put it in my... I had a heat stroke nightmare. From Marvel.com, Robert Downey Jr. to play Doom in the Russo brothers' Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. During Marvel Studios' blockbuster Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con, after they've returned after like a 5-year absence, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige announced that Joe and Anthony Russo will return to direct 2 new movies, Avengers Doomsday, the retitled Avengers 5, and Avengers Secret Wars. Stephen McFeely, who worked on the Captain America trilogy and Avengers Endgame, will pen the script. Doomsday will be released in May 2026, and Secret Wars in May 2027. Russo brothers are fine. That's cool. I'm glad they at least picked somebody, because these movies really need to get into production 3 years ago.
Yep.
Pivoting to Doom, I don't even mind. But they're gonna make it some stupid-ass Iron Man variant bullshit. I am mad. I'm not just like, this'll be dumb. Like, this actually makes, like, my cackles go up. What the fuck are they smoking?
I want to know why this is a better choice than just recasting Kang.
I don't know what there's... I don't even think they know. Like, there's... The past, like, week has been, like, a mad scramble online to figure out, like, what the fuck are they smoking? I don't think anybody knows, because I don't think they know either. I think this is just desperation. And that's kind of pathetic. And also, the whole... Yeah, why is Doom have nothing to do with the Fantastic Four? Why is he Iron Man? Also, yeah, why is he not Romani? Fuck you, I don't care. Fuck you, fuck this shit. This is so dumb. I don't even care, even if they're like, oh, but there is actually a regular Doctor Doom. We do have playing by a Romani actor who does have to do with the Fantastic Four, and this is just like a thing. Why did you announce it like this? If you wanted to just do a little meme, haha, what if RDJ was Doom, like, cutaway gag, just do it in the movie and don't talk about it. But, like, this is like a hype machine. And even the normies are going, what the fuck?
Yep.
I'm mad.
I just want Kang to be recast. That's all.
I don't even want that, but,
just
like,
go with
anything else other than this. This is, like, worst case scenario. Any, like, not excitement, but, like, optimism I had at, like, oh, cool, the Russo brothers are coming back. I wasn't not, like, dying for that. They have not made a good movie since Avengers. But they worked well with their writer team, and that's good. You know, Marvel's been flip-flopping on who's directing and writing these 2 movies for years now. So that was like, yay, stability! And then they're like, and we're gonna have a familiar face for some reason.
To be honest, I'm extremely disappointed with Hall H. We were watching the news as they were doing Hall H, or at least I was, and I was like, why even return to Hall H for this? There's no good announcement here. This is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
How much money did you spend on this?
And it overshadows the massive pile of comics that they actually announced, too. So, like, this is stupid. This next one is my favorite one, though. Whiplash. Not the Marvel character. Nor the Damien Chazelle movie. You didn't stop eating my floor.
From Variety.com, Marvel's Fantastic Four, titled The Fantastic Four, First Steps, Comic-Con concept footage unveils retro 1960s Vision and Galactus's head.
Big head. Big face.
We're doing a retro future 60s. Sid Mead was an inspiration. The 60s, to me, is all about optimism. Matt Shackman, the director, told the audience, expanding on the film's period setting while referencing the influential designer. I love the Fantastic Four. I love their power set. We want to be true to the comics, but we want to be true to life. The article basically said that it's like... I really like that they use the description retro future 60s of like how hopeful the 60s movies and TV shows and comics and books were like, in the future, we're going to have flying cars and shit. And even now, we're like, we can't even get oil for our regular cars. Like, shit's fucked. So I like that, Jetsons vibe.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. We didn't get any official releases, but there were some pretty high-quality leaks of some of the images that were shown in Hall H.
Yep.
There was a bunch of stuff of the Fantastic Four in some spacesuits that were very bright blue, so Misa happy. There is a silhouette of the Thing on a dating show, which is weird, but he looks like the Thing, I guess. Galactus's big head was definitely shown like through a skyscraper window.
Yep.
It looks shiny.
Hopefully it's good.
The whiplash
in,
between
6 years.
next year.
What?
They're filming. They're like halfway done with filming. I don't know. Just finally, since this got nailed down, because they announced it way too early, but since they've nailed down the cast and the director and the writers, like everything from this keeps looking more and more positive for me.
Yeah.
Contrasts really strongly with whatever the fuck they're doing with Doom. But yeah, looks cool. The cast do look very cool in their characters, and I don't know, bright blue everything is very shiny and stuff, and Reed is just wife-guying all over the place. I see the vision now. I was a little hesitant on Pedro Pascal, but now I see it.
Do you blame him?
If Vanessa Kirby was my wife, I would just kill myself. Positive kill myself. I wouldn't be able to stand in the room with her. I would just feel ashamed of myself. I am not worthy.
Sus.
From StarWars.com, the Acolyte Publishing Program and other reveals from the Lucasfilm panel. A bunch of bullet points. The Acolyte Wayseeker. Justina Ireland's new novel will explore Vanestra Rowe's life about 20 years prior to the events of the Acolyte. That's the green lady with the lightsaber whip. Yord and Jeckie Jam. Tessie Grattan will resurrect these fan-favorite characters for a new YA novel set in the years leading up to the Acolyte. The book arrives in July 2025. That tracks. Those two are like YA fanfic characters. I mean this positively, but like, hell yeah. The High Republic comics continue. Cavan Scott reveals the continuation of his flagship comic series set in the golden age of the Jedi Order, returning with new issues in February 2025. In a surprise twist, the Acolytes Kelnaka joins Keeve Trennis and other familiar faces to form a dream team. Kelnaka's getting a one-shot comic. The Art of Star Wars The High Republic Volume 2 is coming out. The Art of the Acolyte, The Art of Star Wars Outlaws, The Acolyte Visual Guide. Big announcement for this one. Battle of Jakku, Insurgency Rising, a new Marvel Maxi series written by Alex Segura with pencils by Leonard Kirk, Stefano Raphael, and Jethro Morales will follow the events of Star Wars Issue 50 and Star Wars Darth Vader Issue 50. We were speculating about this not too long ago, if they were going to bite the bullet. They're biting the bullet. Some of this was covered by the Aftermath trilogy of books, but not much, and the next announcement also covers some of this. And there's also a prequel trilogy graphic novel. Cool. I love graphic novels. I'm buying these. I buy all the Star Wars books, and most of them are fucking great, so. Yay!
I didn't know how much of all that stuff to include, so I was just like, here's bullets and you can talk about it.
Yeah, they always announce, like, the full, this is the new visual guide we're putting out, the whole everything.
Yes.
But a couple of books for each show or movie is usually pretty standard, so. Cool.
From Gizmodo.com. Star Wars' new book trilogy explores the politics behind the rise of the rebellion. Although we got to hear about a lot of the future of Star Wars publishing at San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend, IO9 has your exclusive first look at a Star Wars story that was left untold there, Reign of the Empire, a new trilogy of novels that will chart the rise of resistance against the Imperial regime from the very first year after Revenge of the Sith, all the way throughout the 2 decades that saw the formation of the Rebel Alliance and the beginning of the Galactic Civil War. As you can tell by the cover of the first novel in the series, The Mask of Fear by Alexander Freed, writer of the absolutely incredible Alphabet Squadron series, Reign of the Empire will examine the struggle against the Empire through the eyes of some familiar faces, Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, and Saw Gerrera, all with their own differing perspectives on what must be done to stop Palpatine, play key roles in the trilogy alongside a new cast of original characters as the galaxy begins to reckon with the grip of the Empire. The Mask of Fear will release February 25th, 2025, and is available for pre-order now. Books 2 and 3 in the Reign of the Empire trilogy are scheduled to release in spring of 26 and spring of 27, respectively.
Okay, so on the one hand, set between Revenge and A New Hope, cringe. On the other hand, Star Wars politics.
How is it cringe? This is
the
extremely adjacent to your Andor.
Yes, but this is the era we've explored the most already. But politics are best done in books. And my favorite of the Star Wars canon books have been the politics-focused ones, like Tarkin and Thrawn and Bloodlines, which was one of the first ones.
Beans.
I think it's interesting. They took a weird lesson from the High Republic stuff, that the different trilogies of books are all written by different authors. I don't mind it. It's just interesting that they took the success of those YA and adult trilogies that they make for each phase or whatever are written by different teams of people, and they're doing it with this. I don't mind. It's interesting because most of the time they don't do that. They let Timothy Zahn write 2 Thrawn trilogies, just the new ones. It's an interesting lesson to learn. I get it might be cheaper for licensing or something stupid like that, but
maybe.
I don't know. I like beans. I like Star Wars beans.
I know you do.
Star Wars beans. Speaking of beans, bad beans, stinky bad beans.
Last article.
From AIPTcomics.com, digital comics reading app Omnibus is officially closing on August 21st. Mega cringe.
I don't know anything about this. I've never even heard of...
Really?
Yes.
I actually get a lot of my digital purchases fulfilled through Omnibus. A lot of the Kickstarter campaigns for books that I get are fulfilled through Omnibus. They still send you PDFs, but it's one of the only ones that still works after Comixology imploded.
Dang.
So...
I did not know this.
Yeah, it's not very big, but it's actually good. So, that sucks.
That is the end of the news.
That is the end of the news.
Do you want to know what I have to talk about?
What do you have to talk about?
I was playing Resident Evil 2 nights ago, and I went, uh-oh, this is a Dime Comic Bros week, and I have no talking points. Uh-oh. So I flicked over to HBO, and I watched Blue Beetle. It came out in 2023. It was directed by Anja Manuel Soto. And there's a guy who needs a job to support his family, and he gets the blue scarab up his ass and becomes Iron Man. I mean, he becomes a super weapon that he can't control.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Humor is subjective.
That's true.
And I'm... For how much I love to make jokes, I was not tickled by most of this movie's jokes.
But it went up his butthole.
Yes. There was one that actually got me to laugh. Not just snort, but laugh.
Was it the grandma with the Gatling gun?
No. Damn. It was when the Blue Beetle car did the fart and just spun in a circle farting on its enemies. It was the dumbest thing to laugh at. But I think I had been weakened by that point. Because this movie's pretty long. It's
2:10, I think.
For the plot that it is and the humor that it's trying for, it wore me down pretty quickly and felt a little overlong. I kind of wished it had gotten in and gotten out quicker.
The scarab going up his butt?
The cringe internet brain that I have was very hard to turn off of, it's part Iron Man and part Green Lantern, and oh look, the flying scarab vehicle thing looks like the flying owl thing from Watchmen. I don't know. It felt like a lot of pieces smushed together trying to make a new character. I don't know much about the character at all. I know the older one is the biggest doofus that can't do anything right but accidentally does some things right and is called a hero for it or something. And he also has a really, really, really good best friend, but they're not actually gay.
No, they're just roommates.
Right. But this has like the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider feel to it of like we need to not have it be a middle-aged dad bod white guy. So I don't know. It even just like his skill set didn't feel very well explained. It was like just whatever you can think of I can do. And I'm like, so it's Green Lantern maybe? But it didn't help with action scenes. It didn't help keep me engaged because he could just do whatever. He could just suddenly do kickflips like he was in a Matrix movie. Like, I don't know.
I really like the action scenes. That was the thing I was like the most on top of. Kind of impressed that you didn't. But big anime sword.
It's like you take an Iron Man. He's got blasters in his hands and he can fly. You know his skill set. And so if he has to do a plot relevant new skill, it's big and exciting, like, ooh. But with Blue Beetle, he's got wings, he's got multiple arms, he's got a sword, he can fly, he can spin kick. There was no like set of rules as a viewer to be like, what can he do, what can't he do? It was just like, watch the spectacle. I don't know. It didn't help to keep me engaged.
Yeah, that thing where he does like the kick and then he does like the double kick, that was real. They did that.
I don't.
He like kicked the dude in the top of the head and then the leg and then like kicked him in the face or something against the wall. It was shown in the trailers a bunch. They did a surprising amount of the stunts themselves. I was just kind of impressed by it.
I don't know. It was fine. I'm glad I didn't go to the theater to watch it. I gave it a 3.
It was originally designed to be a streaming movie.
I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars.
That's fair. That's around where it landed for me. I think it was a little higher.
I think you gave it...
It was a 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
What have you done?
I read Star Wars Yoda. It's a 10-issue comic series written by multiple authors and with art done by many artists. There are 4 main sections of this, and it is all framed by Yoda remembering some stuff, like every Star Wars comic, to be fair. The whole book is framed as kind of a short series of events that takes place right before, like right in the beginning of Empire Strikes Back, right before Obi-Wan goes all, ooh, Luke, go to Dagobah, ooh. So like every issue opens up with Yoda bumping around Dagobah, like getting herbs or something. And then the final issue is like the resolution of that framing device. There are 3 main stories that happen. One of them is Yoda going to a planet that needs help, and then he ends up living there for a couple of decades, tries to teach them some lessons. Interspecies racism bad. He gets a little device, which I thought was very funny. It's like, it's based on a real instrument. I just don't remember what it is, but it's like, you know, it's like a, so you know a pan flute, right? You know what a pan flute is?
Yes.
If you lay it down horizontally, and then you make the pipes like pieces of metal, and it's on like a wooden frame. I don't remember what they're called. It's a thing, whatever. It's a musical device, and then it's the Star Warsified version. He gets given this as like a gift or something by one of the people on this planet, and he's bad at it. It's very funny. It's played for laughs. Yoda's like, suck at this, I do, basically. And the story of the lesson of the story is like, patience make good music or whatever. I just thought that the little thing was funny because he's like, he plays it in front of Mace Windu, and Mace is like, dude, what the fuck, that sucks. He's like, good at this, I am not. I don't know. It made me chuckle. Story 2, also interspecies racism bad. Trandoshan and Wookiee Padawans are fighting, and the Trandoshan has visions. The Wookiee has visions of the Trandoshan going bad, and then talks to Dooku, and Dooku's like, you shouldn't tell anyone about this, but actually you should probably fucking kill him.
It's true.
Dooku act real sus. And then that all kind of plays out. That one was pretty straightforward. The third one was... I literally read this morning.
And that's why you don't remember it?
I actually remember things from a couple of days ago better. It's really weird. I don't know why.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Fuck me. third arc was the one I liked the most. What's wrong? Oh, it happens during the Clone Wars. Anakin and Yoda go destroy a droid factory, and they have like super mega ubermensch droids. They're just like fucking huge and made out of like indestructible durasteel or whatever. They blow the place up, and then Anakin and Yoda do a bunch of quips at each other. It's a 10 out of 10. They literally, it's like, oh, you said size matters not. Like the two of them are just memeing back and forth at each other, doing impressions of each other. It's pretty funny. All three of them have good art. I think the third one was the one I liked the most. It's very manga inspired. There are big lightsaber motion swooshes and like those smear frames, basically. That was pretty cool. All three are definitely good. That was definitely the standout. And then the last issue is the wrap up of the Yoda's remembering some shit because Obi-Wan's been like whispering in his ear, being like, "Hey, bro, you can't keep ignoring me." And Yoda's like, "Ignore you, I will." Ashamed of my life, I am.
What a dick.
Yeah. And Obi-Wan's like, "Ooh, Yoda, we gotta talk, man." And then he goes into the cave on Dagobah because Obi-Wan's like, "I bet you won't." And Yoda's like, "There ain't nothing in there." And then turns out there's visions in there because, you know, that's what the cave does.
Weird.
So he has a weird confrontation with like Dooku and Anakin and a bunch of stuff. He comes to grips with being a shit-ass Jedi Master, basically. He confronts the fact that like everything is Yoda's fault, basically, but like he needs to shut the fuck up and like fix it now instead of just crying about it in a mud hole. And then Obi-Wan's like, "Yeah, by the way, I'm sending you a kid." And then Yoda's like, "Great, another one." And then Luke shows up. Eden, stop eating my floor.
I thought she was licking my toes.
Nope, it was the floor.
Through the sock.
The 10th issue has fucking incredible art. I don't even know how to describe it. It is easily the standout. It's very grisly because there's dark side super special visions in a cave. So it's all facial morphing and everyone's got long nails and stuff. I don't know why this was 10 issues. I'm not complaining. It's just weird because almost every other run that's a miniseries is 5 or 6. And then you have the longer series. So I don't know why this was 10. I remember it was announced, and they said it was 10, and it's just like, but why?
Yeah, it's a weird number.
It's really weird.
Why wouldn't you do 12 at that point?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's dragged out that much or anything. It's just odd, like on the shelf. It's just an odd-sized book, which is just strange. I like 4 out of 5. It's not as good as the Obi-Wan one. That one was fucking great. So the fact that it was 10 issues was a bit much. I wish there were more stories if it was that many. But I did enjoy it. All of the writers felt like they were on the same page. Mostly interspecies racism is bad. But it actually felt like it kind of confronted some of Yoda's blind spots a little bit. And him being like, "Oh, right, that thing I handled wrong." Or like, "Oh, yeah, when Dooku was being weird, I didn't notice." Or like stuff like that. So I thought that was cool. The art was all, at bare minimum, solid to very good. Yes. I bought it yesterday for $25, I think.
Huh?
Marvel likes overpricing their books. It's a fair price for the 10 issues. I think I read it in about an hour. So I got my money's worth out of it. I'll definitely revisit it. I'll just wait a while. What else do you got, buddy?
Imagine my incredible experience. I'm like 3 drinks deep.
Oh boy.
It's 2 a.m.
This is where all good stories start.
I know. It's 2 a.m, which is kind of late for me, but not terribly late, like most normal people. And I go, "Oh, I've been wanting to watch this movie." And I get it on Amazon. I watched Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Directed by Cameron Cairns and Colin Cairns. Came out in 2023. I wanted to catch it in the theater, but it never happened. It's a Shudder original, which blows my mind that it even had a theater release. Like, I thought Shudder was one of those shitty Walmart special, we're gonna find all of the free actual shit movies and stick them all together.
Nah, that service actually goes hard.
Yeah.
I'm just too much of a chicken to buy it.
I'm shocked. It's back in the 70s, and for a young, dumb, stupid kid like me, it kind of felt like it could actually happen in the first couple of minutes because it's a TV talk show host that can't make it big. Johnny Carson's a big, dumb, gay idiot that's taken all the views. And this guy, the main character, will do anything he can to take the views away from the big, dumb, stupid, gay idiot Johnny Carson.
He's gonna suck the devil's dick.
He did.
Kinda, yeah.
So, he signs on to the television station that has been making his show for like another 5 years or whatever, and then his wife died, and he takes a month off, and then he comes back, and he's doing great. Not as great, but he's within like a point of Johnny, and he's like, you know what, Halloween is here, and I'm gonna fuck this up great. Positively, not negatively.
But negatively.
Kinda.
He does indeed fuck it up.
So the movie is really well edited. It feels kind of like a documentary, I guess. There's like a voiceover of like the 70s happened.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah, you think you've got it bad now. I mean, you do.
Serial killers
but
stuff.
There was some cool shit on TV in the 70s.
They were doing some satanic ass shit.
Yeah.
Like heavy metal.
And then title card, and then it has like that night's late night TV show episode with some like behind the scenes footage during commercial breaks or whatever. So it feels like watching the actual episode or footage of it, and it's really cool. It kind of tickled the little piece of nostalgia. Like when I was a kid, I watched a lot of this old ass terrible television from the 60s and 70s. And it looked really good. Really, really good. The colors, the artistic style of like title cards or commercial break cards or whatever, like whoever made this knows what 70s TV looked like. It was really cool. It starts out, the episode of TV starts out pretty slow with like some pretty normal gags and interviews and whatever, but then when the spooky thing happens, it started lightning and thundering outside in real life at like 4 a.m. It was fantastic.
4D movie experience.
Yeah. I didn't like that the host kept the token skeptic around for the whole episode. I felt that really took away from the story, I guess, because he sat and heckled a lot through the movie, and it got really annoying. It felt like an actual late night show would have been like, here's your bit, you can stay for a little bit longer when we bring out the next guy, now you piss off while we're talking to the next guy. Usually that's kind of how late night TV goes, as far as I understand. I've never watched it.
Nah, it's a bunch of wires, see? Nah.
I really liked the lead actor. I didn't recognize anybody in this movie. But the main guy, the host of the late night show, had Fallon vibes, like pretty hard. I don't know, just the way he talked and used his hands as he was talking, it just kind of reminded me the most of Jimmy Fallon, I guess.
The worst one.
But I've never really watched any late night, so.
He's the most sinner of them all.
Wow. He degloved a finger once, and that's when I learned what degloving was. That scares me.
Yes. And then the devil go brrr.
Yeah, the devil go brrr, and I don't know. There's some complexity to what's going on. Granted, I've got long legs on the brain.
True.
So there's a couple of things that I was like, wait, who is that? Why did this happen? I guess it takes an investigation, also known as going to Reddit or YouTube. And the little bit of research that I've done so far is like not very satisfactory. It's like, well, I'd kind of deduced that, but there's still questions.
He went to the Sussy Grove where they do sussy things. The Grove is a real place, by the way.
Yes, I know.
That's a real thing.
I saw the picture. I was like, I've seen YouTubes of this shit. I didn't realize it stretched all the way back. It wasn't just like a made-up creepypasta or something.
The chair float.
I don't know. It was good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
I think that's where it landed for me, too. Wasn't very scary, but it was good.
Oh,
I did like the B-movie effect when they're like, he's got worms in his face.
My favorite part was they bring out the possessed girl, and the whole time she's out, she's looking at all of the cameras, whichever one is active. And I don't know if that was intentional because of the possession or if it's literally just the light above the camera and she didn't know how to act on stage. But
it's probably the first.
It was a really good effect. I was watching for the cameras and there is a light showing which one's active, but it was still a really cool effect of like she's always looking directly into the camera when nobody else is. I'm sure it was intentional, but the skeptic was like, I'm going to disprove your spiritual powers and whatever with this little bit of hypnotism. Dumb, gay, cringe, hypnotism, bad. I have a very low opinion of it.
Yeah.
As a story plot, it's overused, it's not real, blah, 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 blah.
But then he does murder. I like it when he trips balls at the end. I quite like that.
Yeah.
I also just like the skeleton man just chilling. Just like, that guy's sus. Why?
Yes.
I don't know, but he's sus.
Yep. That's one of the questions I had, and I couldn't get answered. Stupid ass long legs brain.
True. I did more Star Wars. I can't stop. I can't help myself.
I rented it for $4 on Amazon.
Damn. That's pretty good. I watched it in theaters. It was worth the experience for me.
I wanted to go.
But you didn't because you're gay.
Because I couldn't.
Oh, fuck. I listened to the book, because I don't read. I don't know how words work. I listened to Star Wars The Living Force. This is the one that I was really excited about like 6 months ago when it was announced, where the Jedi Council go on a road trip.
Oh, yeah.
This book is fucking hysterical. So it's a very perspective-heavy book. It follows literally all 12 members of the Jedi Council to varying degrees, as well as Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and a couple of bad guys. So it's very... I don't want to say shallow in its perspective, but it is, by its own like design, kind of limited because you have to bounce between so many characters. Only a few of them are very plot relevant, so it's not like you don't know what's going on or anything. It's just you don't get like super deep in people's thoughts because you have to follow so many damn people, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not, a lot of the Star Wars books that I like get pretty deep into the nitty-gritty of people's brains, for being a Star Wars book anyways. But Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are on a mission to close an old Jedi temple. They're recovering all the stuff from it, and they're going to close it, and then they encounter some stuff going on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They encounter some stuff going on. They uncover a plot, or maybe, kind of, and then it turns out that, Qui-Gon, being Qui-Gon, is like, hey, Jedi Council, you guys suck, actually, and we don't do enough on-the-ground stuff because people actually suffer when we do these sorts of things, and you guys are stupid and cringe. Those are with my words, not his. Qui-Gon continues to be based, as always. So he implores the council, basically, to, like, get off their asses and go do something. It's just like, yeah, you're really out of touch with, like, what the people actually need on these planets, and you should go outside and touch grass. So the Jedi listen, and all of the council goes to a planet called Quen for a bicentennial ceremony about, like, a great renewal that the Jedi were invested in during the High Republic days. Big cultural thing. They put in a new temple. They upgraded some of the infrastructure, the usual. And it turns out that one of the members of the council, who is currently on a mission, is actually involved in the plot that's going to take place on Quen. Turns out, Star Wars book, when the two plots connect, every book does this. But
Connect.
do connect.
Connect.
So, yeah, and then the other main perspective is following...
Disconnect these nuts. We then follow this master who's undercover with a bunch of pirates, and then turns out that one of the leaders of one of the pirate groups is making this big plot to take over all the other pirate groups.
in this chunk of space called the Slice. It's near the Outer Rim, because of course it is. And then she does her evil lady plot, and then gets all of the pirates in the area to cooperate with her. And then she's like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna blow up literally the entire Jedi Council. And she has a pretty damn good idea. Like, the mechanics of this plot are pretty well thought out. She has a personal vendetta because the Jedi took away her only friends from an orphanage and left her basically alone to rot. Turns out it was Sifo-Dyas, because Sifo-Dyas was very future forward and very not in the moment, so he didn't follow the standards basically of Jedi recruitment. And like, you know, when you find a bunch of kids, you would take care of the other ones you're not stealing, like, you know, finding them help. I don't know. He basically just went off the books and recruited Jedi. And it turns out that her couple of friends might not even have ended up being Jedi because they might not have qualified. So, like, she just got fucked in the ass, basically. So that's, like, her big gripe. An accurate problem with the Jedi Order and its mechanisms is, like, you can go outside the system and then literally nobody holds you accountable for it. And none of the other council members even knew about this. Like, because the galaxy is so big and they don't really have oversight, you can just do stupid shit. There is a lot of humor in this book, unusually so for a Star Wars book, despite the fact that the main plot and like character arcs are very depressing, I guess, like based on like the infrastructural problems of the Jedi Order and critiquing that system, as well as like different like planets and their poverty and all that sort of stuff, and like the weird intertwining between the Republic and corporations and all that sort of great stuff that you know I'm here for. But also, the dialogue in this thing is just hysterical. Early on, Yoda is talking to the Chancellor, and the Chancellor is telling the Jedi that they should like take a sponsorship from a planet that makes shoes or whatever. And Yoda is like, I have not worn shoes. I can't tell you why it's funny, but man, is it funny. And most of this book is filled with jokes like that. Another good example is Yariel Poof. I don't remember his species name, but in The Phantom Menace, he's the guy with the big melon head and the super long neck. Mm-hmm. He is very old, and he has decided that for this century, he's going to be a prankster for fun. He's like, you know what, I'm going to entirely change the way I live my life. So he's constantly just, like, ribbing other Jedi. Him and Ki-Adi-Mundi especially go at it, because Ki-Adi-Mundi is a very, very serious, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees guy? He's an ass, basically. So Yariel is constantly, like, using his powers of influence. He's, like, the mind control guy, to be all, you need to go get dinner. And also the voice that the narrator does is genuinely hysterical. I don't remember the name of the guy who does it. He's not the one that a lot of these books have been narrated by, who is fantastic. This guy is an absolute hoot. He does an individual voice for every member of the council, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan. 15 different women, all have very distinct voices. He's really good at this. Goodness. And he's fucking hilarious. Just his intonations are so good. When it's so hard to describe, but like, the whole book is full of like the Jedi Masters making fun of each other because they all look funny. Like, yeah, you're short, you have funny ears, but like in the way that their character would make a joke to their peers. It's really good. The plot ends in a pretty sensical way. It also ends, it's like 2 years before Phantom Menace, I believe. So it ends with a couple of hints as to, they're not even hints. It's very Palpatine in the background going, I'm going to do evil things. And everyone's like, I don't know why he's laughing. I don't know what's so funny. He's a good guy. Classic Star Wars bad guy being evil and no one notices shit. Mm-hmm. So it's laying a lot of groundwork for what Palpatine's been getting up to. It actually ties into a couple of the other books that have released recently that I was pretty impressed by. Like one of his informants actually pops up in Inquisitor Rise of the Red Blade, which was another fucking awesome book I recently read. I just didn't expect those sorts of connections, especially between different authors. Really cool stuff. It was like 16 hours long, I think. I read it. I listened to it on 1.2 speed because I'm me. Mm-hmm. But beyond 1.2, I think you get too much distortion in the voices. It just kind of speeds it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. We also get to see the Eth Koth. I believe he's a Zabrak. But one of the Jedi Masters, the one with the pointy heads. He's got all the little nubs. Meeting his future wife, who you'll bump into in a Darth Vader book because he gets fucking murked. There's a lot of there's a lot of really good context in here. The plot itself is really good. It's very well thought out about galactic politics and very on-the-ground stuff and about how fucking out of touch the Jedi are and how cool and based Qui-Gon is, and it's a shame he's gonna die. Yeah, real good quipperinos back and forth. Very entertaining, like, legit. Like, I was listening to it in the car. Actual laugh, like, giggle fits. Just little dudes doing a Yoda voice and being like, I don't wear shoes.
Imagine enjoying life.
True. Oh, another thing I actually forgot. In Yoda, the book, going backpedal for a second, another really funny Yoda joke is that Yoda talks to a Republic informant under a trench coat on top of an astromech. So he looks like a normal person.
That is funny.
It's such a joke. I laughed out loud. Usually when I say it was funny, I like snort or I like chuckle. I was just like, wheeze!
The quick, outburst of air through your nose.
Yeah, no, this was like an actual laugh.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like dangerously swerving multiple times listening to this book. It was so funny. And the action scenes were all handled really well. I got to know a lot of characters that don't have a lot of anything in this universe. They're kind of just faces. So, I'm going to buy it and then reread it, like, physically.
You heard it here first, folks.
Spencer can laugh.
Reckless driving happens due to Star Wars audiobooks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Be careful out there.
Hey.
It's either that or road sodas. Would you rather have road sodas? I don't think so.
But what if you had both?
That's a good way for me to die. Which I don't want anymore. I don't want anymore.
What?
There's good Star Wars books now. I can't die.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so I got it for free technically with my Spotify Premium subscription. I think the book is like $25, $30 for a hardcover. Lit as hell, bro.
I was only clearing my throat.
Lit as hell, bro. I give it a 4 out of 5.
Well,
Lit as hell, bro.
Good.
Good Star Wars lately.
Do you know what else is lit?
Patreon.com/dimecomicbros network.
That is exactly right.
Yeah?
Having 2 patrons that love and care for us all the time is lit.
They give me Republic credits.
To buy Star Wars books.
Yes. And to gamble on slave children.
Jeff Lawrence.
Eden!
Nope. Just Jeff Lawrence. And Caitlin.
Yes. If you would like to help support this show so we can buy more stupid things with our money.
Like a dog muzzle.
She would break that thing so fast. She's got a very strong jaw.
Thank you for giving us money.
Yes.
They get all kinds of bonus things because they are patrons.
Yes. They also get exclusive access to Dime Comic Bros Happy Hour where we drink beer and talk mad shit.
And also, like, exclusive clips sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. When we do a funny haha.
That doesn't belong in the episode.
True.
It's true. Go to jetpack.com. No?
I mean, you can do that.
You could, I guess.
Yeah, they do have a website, and
It's much easier to just go to their website. No. Fuck! I need to go home.
You are cooked.
Go to their store.
Yes.
I did.
Today?
2 hours ago.
Holy shit.
I know.
Buy your comics there. That's where I bought Star Wars Yoda.
I bought magic cards.
Of course you did.
I know. It was a convention exclusive pack.
Whoa!
For $8.
Were they more Transformers?
Probably not.
Damn. Yes.
I haven't opened them yet.
Oh.
Because I had PT fingers that I didn't want to ruin the cards.
Fair. Support your local comic shops and stuff. It's good. It's good for you. It's good for them.
Yep.
Have fun conversations.
Do not buy the Jeff Bezos man another penis spaceship.
True. But if we buy him another one, he might blow up on that one.
Ooh, good call.
Just saying.
And then his evil wife takes over.
Hey man, woman CEO, I'm down.
And makes Amazon even more predatory.
I love woman predators.
Tune in next week when we have our local predator on the show.
True.
Khalid is our local woman predator.
Wait.
He is a woman, and he predates you.
No, I predate him, actually. He definitely predatorizes me.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, no, I predate. I'm older by a month, man.
That's not what I was saying. I was trying to use predator in a different form.
He definitely predators me.
He predators you.
He predators me like Deadpool predators Wolverine.
Yes.
Yes. We have a lot of stuff to talk about next week.
Yep.
We got Space Mullet.
Yep.
We got the Acolyte.
Yep.
We got Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep. And then I have a bonus one on top.
Didn't we have something else?
No,
it was Rebel Moon. That's what I was thinking. I'm done. It's gonna be a busy episode next week.
it's probably going to be a short episode. Because it's all common topics.
Maybe.
I'm calling it.
Maybe. Hopefully we agree. We won't.
Let's do happy hour.
Yes. Oh, that's my face. Why do you do this to me?
Find her the squeakiest toy.
No.
Don't lick me. All right. You are a terror.
Jeez.
Ugh. Tasted like beer and bad choices.
It's very annoying.
She smells testosterone and knows she can get away with domestic abuse.
True. Gets it from her mother.
Your dog got the zoomies worse than a fucking cat.
Uh-huh.